Hi there, this is Sam, a chemical engineer with a passion for solving complex problems and sharing what I learn along the way. On this channel, I break down real engineering challenges, from CFD simulations to chemical processes, into simple, step-by-step solutions you can actually use. Whether you're a student, a researcher, or an engineer in the field, you'll find practical, applicable content here. And if you're looking for extra resources, downloads, or detailed explanations, everything I cover is linked on my blog, blog.sam.musavi.com, where you can dive deeper anytime. If you find this content helpful, give the video a thumbs up, leave a comment, I read them all, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss an update. Let's keep learning and building the smartest solutions together. Thanks for being here once again, and welcome to the channel.
Hi everyone, in this video we will install OpenFOAM version 12 on Windows 10 or 11 using WSL, then run the classic dam break example and visualize it in ParaView. Let's start by preparing the WSL. The first thing that you should check is that if the Windows subsystem for Linux or WSL has been turned on the system or not. We have two ways to do so: the GUI using the Windows environment, or PowerShell or terminals. I'll show you the GUI method because it's much easier. You just press the start button and then search for features, turn Windows features on or off, and then scroll down to the Windows subsystem for Linux. This box should be checked. In my case, it's already checked, so I just press OK. After checking the box, you may ask to reboot your system. You let the system to be rebooted, and after the reboot or after the commands finish, you now have the WSL ready on your system. The next thing I want to show you is that you can install Windows Terminal from a store or easily just use the CMD, the command prompt, or PowerShell. They're all very similar to each other, but I prefer to install the terminal on my system because it's much more convenient. Just in your store, search for terminal, and you should install Windows Terminal from here. I have installed it, so I just press open. To install the WSL, write down first WSL version to just receive this kind of comments. It doesn't show the version necessary, but yet we will figure it out. The WSL has already been installed, so I clear the terminal and WSL install -d and then the name of distribution. Also, you can check the Microsoft website for the installation guide. Here you will find out how to install the WSL, just like the command we entered into the terminal. So I will just let one terminal to be open. After writing the command, then press enter, and the Ubuntu installation will be started on your system. It may take some time. When the installation finishes, WSL launches Ubuntu automatically the first time. You wait for a bit and then you should pick a Linux username. This doesn't have to match your Windows login. It can be a totally new credentials, and then you should set a strong password. Just wait for a moment for the installation to be completed. Now you should choose a username and then a password. Don't worry if you don't see the characters while typing the password. That's normal in Linux. Just retype the password, and then the Ubuntu has been launched for the first time. Here, yep, you can see your username and then assign your system name. I easily close it and only press WSL in my terminal. Again, I will go inside the Ubuntu again in my terminal. I clear everything and change the directory to the home. Then it's time to update and upgrade the Ubuntu. So I will write sudo for super user and administrator access, the update, and it asks for the password you have set before. Then it tells you there is some packages that can be upgraded. So do apt and then upgrade. It may takes a while and it asks you for additional disk space, and you press only Y and then press enter. The installation may takes a while, and if you hit a scary dpkg lock or database is corrupted error during the update, I will post the comments on my blog. You can check it out and go through the post and copy and paste the comments in your terminal. But first, let's see if we hit the same error here. While we are waiting for installation, you can check the blog or hit the subscribe button of the video channel. You can find some resources over the website, and I will post also the installation guide on my blog. You can easily check it out and easily copy and paste the comments I have mentioned in the video. Let's go back to see if the installation has been completed. As you can see, we have received dpkg error. So I will just copy and paste comments into my terminal and waiting for the commands to be completed. It asks me for approval. I press Y and then enter. You may need it to do the copy and paste a couple of times. Just no worry about it. The commands restructs the dpkg database and forces any half installed packages to finish cleanly. Zoom in a bit by pressing the Ctrl and mouse scroll. We again receive a dpkg error, and I will paste again the commands. It is not harmful, it is just let the packages that have installed to finish their work and get the job done. So we are ready to go. 0 upgrade, 0 newly installed, and 0 to remove, and 9 not upgraded. It is not that important at the moment. We can continue. Now the WSL have been installed and the Ubuntu is ready. Let's get comfortable inside the Linux. So some commands that good to know. One is pwd. It shows present working directory. Clear make the command window clean. ls shows the files inside the current folder. So let's first create a file like by touch command and then give it a name, dummy.ext, and by pressing enter after the ls command, you will see we have this in the folder. To create a directory, we use mk directory and give it a name. Let's give it a dummy1 name. So if we press ls again, we have a dummy1 folder which is blue, and dummy.ext which is a file. By cd you can move the current directory and going inside a new directory. For example, if I press du and then press tab, it will be completed. So change the directory to dummy1. I press pwd and it returns the current address. By pressing cd and double dot, you move up a folder, and let's go again back into the dummy1 folder, and by pressing only cd without any following commands and press enter, then you will go back to your home directory. The other nice tool is the Nano, which is a simple text editor. For example, I want to change some text in dummy.ext file. It opens it and I write down hello world, and by press Ctrl S I will save it, and Ctrl X I will exit the text editor environment. So once again I open the file, and as you can see the hello world is still there. By Ctrl X I just jump out. By RM I can remove file. As you can see I remove the dummy.ext file, and by RMD dummy, sorry, it should be dash, I delete the folder also. So let's create another file. By pressing up arrow you can navigate through the previous commands. So by nano.dummy.ext file is not present in the folder, but we entered the command, so it will create it, and I again write hello world and save it. Now you have it. By CP you can copy this file to a new file. Let's give it a copied name. And now by pressing the LS you can see there is two files. You can also copy the folder using the CP. Dear folder 1, and now you can see two files and one folder. I want to copy the folder 1 and name it folder 2. The flag R here is for not omitting the folder 1. Now let's remove everything we have here, dummy star and RM flag D, which shows that we want to delete folder, and the star means whatever after folder name. As you can see there is no file in the current folder. So let's clear the terminal and start to install the OpenFOAM version 12. Here you can see the openfoam.org website. I will paste the link on my blog also. We want to install it on Windows, so we have already installed the WSL here, and then for installing the OpenFOAM I go to the link, and first thing I should copy and paste the commands into my terminal. The first thing is for adding the repositories. So first paste this command. By right click you can paste the copied link. The second command, just press enter to adding the repositories. The next command, just updating the new download repository locations, and then copy the installation command. It might take a while for OpenFOAM to be downloaded and then installed. In meanwhile, let me show you the subsystem that you have added into your PC. You have a Linux right now here. If you click on it, you will see the distribution you have already installed, the Ubuntu. And then by going to the home directory, you will see your username and then the files you have already had in the folder. These files were hidden in the terminal. So if I open a new terminal here and go back to WSL and create a file by touch, for example, zfile.ext, and refresh it. Sorry, back to your home directory and now create the Z file. And if you refresh it, you can find it over here, or mkdir for creating a directory, folder 1. And you have the folder and Z file here. I strongly suggest to not copy and paste into the folders from the GUI, because by the end of the day you will receive the permission error inside the terminal. So let's remove the newly created files, rmz file and rmd folder 1. Let's close the terminal here and waiting for OpenFOAM to be installed. Now the installation of the OpenFOAM 12 have been finished, and as you can see, it tells you to use OpenFOAM. Please add to your bash or C. If you want to use different version of the OpenFOAM, I suggest to create alias, which I will introduce in a bit, and do not just simply add it to your bash or C. So let's first check if the OpenFOAM has been installed correctly. First, we source it and load the environment, then use foam version to see the version of current OpenFOAM. So let's create an alias for this version of the software. I open the bash rc file in my home directory. So first, make sure that you are in the home directory. Let's then clear everything in the terminal and then use the nano text editor to open file named .bashrc, and at the end of the file, it doesn't matter, or just here you write down alias and then enter a name for that alias. I put OF12, it stands for OpenFOAM 12, and then equal sign and source the OpenFOAM 12 bash file opt OpenFOAM 12 etc bash rc, and then save the file by pressing Ctrl and S and then exit. Let's reload the bash rc file, and now if you type OF and then press 1 and then tab, you'll see it will be loaded completely. Now the OpenFOAM 12 have been sourced just like the command here. Basically, it's just an alias. It's a shortcut to write all these just by pressing OF12. Now let's copy and run the classic dam break tutorial. First, let me clear the terminal, and then to copy and paste the example, we go through by entering the command cp and then flag R because we are copying a folder, and opt OpenFOAM 12 tutorials, and it depends on your choice. I will choose the bubbleColumn here for the simulation. So let's go to the multi-phase Euler folder and then copy the bubbleColumn into our current directory. I name it bubbleColumn and press enter. ls, as you can see, it is copied. Let's first go to the bubbleColumn and change some options to have more results to watch in ParaView before running the case. So let's go to the system folder and open the control dict using nano text editor. Let's write the results every 0.2 seconds, save it and exit. Go to the bubbleColumn folder and creating the mesh using the block mesh tool, and then run the simulation by the foam run keyword command. The simulation has been started and results will be written down here. Let me refresh it to see the bubbleColumn folder. I go inside. I'm inside the bubbleColumn folder. I stop the simulation. We have some results here, as you can see, up to 6.4 seconds. I will continue the simulation for a while. I continue the simulation up to something like 10 seconds. And as you can see, the folders already have been here. it's time to see the results. Basically, you have an option to open the ParaView right away because it is already installed with OpenFOAM, but mostly it doesn't work, and maybe in your case. Let's first try ParaView and then press enter just to see if it's open. As you can see, there is some errors here. You can search the web to solve the problem, or you can easily just download the ParaView from their website. It's the ParaView website. It's a free tool and open source multi-platform app for post-processing CFD, FEA, point clouds, basically any large-scale scientific data. On Windows, it runs natively, so we get full GPU acceleration without feeding with X servers inside WSL. So just click the download over here and then click the latest version for download. Download has been started. It takes a while to be downloaded. After the download, open the installation, accept the terms, and then choose the destination here, press next, and wait for installation to be completed. ParaView understands OpenFOAM data natively once it sees a little marker file ending in that form. So let's create this file here. Touch bubbleColumn.foam. Press enter. In the bubbleColumn, as you can see, there's the bubbleColumn.foam. I just copy the address, and since the ParaView installation have been completed, I will open it from a start menu, and once I have it here, I go to the folder and open the bubbleColumn.foam file, and by pressing the apply over here, you can see the bubbleColumn simulation in ParaView. And then you can change into the different parameters, press run to see the simulation results through time. And that's it. We enabled WSL, installed Ubuntu, OpenFOAM 12, ran the bubbleColumn tutorial, and visualize it in ParaView 6. From here, you can copy any other tutorial or your own case into the run folder, create a stub, and explore. Thanks for watching and happy simulating.